Hi everybody!
Hello!
Welcome back to episode 2 of
Fresh Cotton Pads!
So last episode we have taken some criticism on board and we have notes. I've got a missing nail there, that looks disgusting. And we are going to be a little bit more structured this time. We both have ADHD, so we both are all a bit scatterbrained. But
I'm not scatterbrained. I'm like organised mess. Organised chaos.
you're not organised at all. So that if I say have you got any pizza, she'll be like, yeah, in the bottom of your bag.
Okay, moving on swiftly.
So the first episode, the second episode, the first scene shows you coming back from elimination. Well done, Tree.
Thank
She won the first elimination. That is such an amazing achievement to win the first elimination of the season that you're on, because it's the worst elimination to go home on. So how did it feel coming back into the house after winning the first elimination?
Honestly, Mal, like, I literally just jumped into your arms, Huey's arms, and it was so nice. Like, you know, it's like I'm back in the game with my friends. Obviously, I wanted to, like, be in this process with you, and I was thinking, like, it'd be so bad if I left you in the game alone.
Oh God, I would have hated that. And we're seeing Callum doing a speech for you after coming back. Now, what you guys don't know is T found out a little bit of information from someone we can't say. And apparently Callum was leading the way to throw T's name in. I know T and Callum have had a conversation. I'm unaware of what's gone on in that conversation. But it was interesting rewatching the show just before to see him giving you the welcome home speech after campaigning to get you out. So what have you got to say about that?
I just think that it's just giving, like, two-faced, which is okay, because at the end of the day, I think that sometimes some people's game plan is to be super nice to everyone, which is fine, be nice to everyone. But personally, if I'm campaigning really hard against you and then I'm like, let's make a toast for you, I just don't think that's very authentic. I just think that's really two-faced. Which, yeah, so it's like, I appreciate the gesture, let's celebrate me, but like perhaps leave it to somebody who genuinely is there for me, like Melissa or somebody who hasn't been like trying to stab me in the back there.
I'm sure there's still some love there now.
No, it's all love. Like, at the end of the day, this is a process where you just learn about people. Like, I've never done a season with a lot of the people, the cast members this season, and I'm just like, you know, learning people. It's okay. It's fine. If that's who you are, it's okay. It's not my job to change anyone. It's my job to, like, just learn how to navigate around people.
Yeah. I do feel like rewatching the show, you learn about people so much more than what you're aware in the house. Like, prime example is Jay. Like, he is not the person we live with that we watch. Like, he was trying to convince Chauncey to throw himself in. He was trying to convince Huey to throw himself in. And he's trying to do it in a very sneaky way without getting his hands dirty, which is quite clever. But do you feel like he was trying to run the whole show?
I felt like Jay had his big boy pants on. He's like, I'm running this season. I'm going to tell everybody what to do. I'm going to be a master manipulator. And
I mean, it seems to be working.
Yeah, it really. And the thing is like, he seems to be going undetected.
He was undetected. I was unaware of this.
I was aware. I was
aware. So Jay said there's a US versus international alliance and nobody's aware. We were very, very, very much aware of this. But I was unaware of just how, like, manipulative Jay's being, which is funny for me to see because my first season with Jay Total Madness, he was a rookie and he was, like, a huge fan of the show. And now to see him come back and basically be running the game, I can't help but feel proud.
Really proud?
Yeah, even though, like, it's not for me. It's, like, it's nice to see him playing the game well. But he was getting very, very big for his boots.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely getting big for his boots.
But when I don't know if his alliance was actually that strong. We'll see throughout the season. When you're under this illusion that you have all of these people, you are going to feel safe and feel comfortable. Whereas little old me, you thought you did have an alliance. I knew I had no alliance except for T. I was like panicking every single elimination because I didn't have the numbers and Jay thought he had the numbers, so obviously that's why he just felt confident.
He definitely felt confident, and as we were saying, it's really nice. actually watching him develop as a player in the game. Like, obviously, I actually did suss him out because I had a conversation with him prior the seasons kicked off, you know, saying that we had each other, and he was like, you know, where am I on your list, T? Kind of like trying to get me to confirm that, like, you know, he's like number 1, number 2, number 3, or whatever. And then to go into the house and he's not talking game with me and all of this stuff. And I from that moment was aware, like, this is somebody who's most likely playing everybody in the house.
Yeah. See, now I didn't have that relationship with Jay because in Total Madness I did throw him in twice, and one of those times he did go home. So in my head I was like, if he needs to, he's going to throw me in, and I'll kind of understand. But what was interesting to see is Chauncey was a bit like, not too sure what Jay's game is here, and so was Bernard.
Bernard was really, you know what Bernard said was so true. She said something like, I don't know in America if, you know, trust and loyalty means the same thing as it does for us internationals. And I have to say, like, she was bang on the money there.
Yeah, and I think that showed as well. Well, I thought that showed when it came to voting. So obviously Chauncey was in the US Alliance, and the US Alliance did still choose to throw him in. And the UK guys point blank just refused to say Huey's name and said each other's name, which I originally thought, you know, that's them being like loyal to their alliance, to their UK alliance, except for Callum. And it wasn't, because Kieran was like, yeah, we're just trying to save our own backs. And it's like,
yeah,
that didn't really work out, because Chauncey, well, Raven made it clear that to everyone that Chauncey's plan was to bring down a UK guy. So
yeah. I mean, okay, so going on that point with the whole, like, UK alliance Kieran thing, at this point, Mel, let's be honest, the UK alliance was not cemented.
There was no UK alliance.
There was no UK alliance. Or if there was, we were not invited.
What is it, right? Every single, like, conversation of, like, groups, like, the girls are all talking, every girl's there, even the international girls. We were nowhere to be seen. We didn't even know any of these conversations. Where were we? Did they, like, wait till we went to sleep?
I was actually, like, you know, me just creeping around the corridors, and I would, like, see sneak pickets of, like, these group conversations going on. Like, we're not stupid. We know group conversations are going to happen, but my God, happening left, right, and centre.
Everywhere. Like, you'd walk into a room, you'd be like, sorry.
Not invited. I mean, I don't think there was one scene of us in any group strategical conversation.
You didn't even hear who we voted for.
But what I found really interesting, which is something that I suspected was confirmed, was Colleen was kind of like, ooh,
moly.
I don't know where I stand. I only had Jessica. And as you see in the episode, she's there with the American girls. And I knew that you were with the American girls, Colleen.
We did have an idea, though. We did have an idea. Like, Colleen's game was very, very clever. She went under the radar, and obviously she had teamed up with the strongest alliance. Which is very good gameplay. It's a very, very good gameplay. One person that was a little bit messy in the gameplay was Raven.
Oh, Raven.
Well,
Raven. That was not the smartest thing to do, because, you know, as Nerys was saying, like, you're with an alliance, stick with your alliance and do as your alliance wants to do.
I think Nerys is probably quite loyal as well after looking at that episode.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like, she was 100% committed to, you know, we've come in here as an alliance, we will stick as an alliance. But then again, they threw in Chauncey and still was he in their alliance? I don't think maybe he was as much as Raven. I don't know. But one thing that I did think, do you think Raven's game that she was playing was Raven just being messy, or just having a lot of loyalty to Chauncey?
I think she had a lot of loyalty to Chauncey. I think it was a tiny bit messy, and I do not know this for a fact, but did she maybe have a little crush on someone on the UK side that she wanted to perhaps protect? Which is totally fine, because that does happen, because I've done that before. Like, no, I haven't done that before, but I would do that. I would protect my crush, okay?
Yeah, but it seems to me like you flutter your eyelashes at Raven and she'll tell you all the deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh.
Kieran, naughty boy.
Naughty.
That scene where she's like, yeah, so Chauncey said he's just going to send a UK guy down. I was like, why are you telling him this?
But can I just say quickly, Melly, you know, in Kieran's defense, that was some good politicking. So my man Congratulations.
Kira said to me, he's like, you know, I'm here to win a show. I'm not here to make friends or alliances. I'll throw in who I've got to throw in when I need to throw them in. So
that did really put me off working with him. I was like, right, so you'll throw in anyone, will you? Anyone?
Anybody at all.
Okay.
Absolutely no loyalty at all.
This was not a loyal. This is, as you can see from episode 3 or episode 2.
Episode 2.
This is already not turning out to be a very loyal season, right?
No, not at all. Like, I thought the US alliance would have more loyalty. The UK alliance, I feel like they wanted to have loyalty, but when push comes to shove, they were just like, yeah, throw them in. It's fine. Who cares? Our campaign, T's going in.
100%. Okay, so now let's just go into the actual daily challenge.
Oh, yeah.
What was happening on your side? Because I was on one side of the rope, you were on the other side.
Yeah, and I had Chauncey on my side and you had Hugh. We've got the perfect point of view here, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
So, on my side, right?
Sorry, can I just cough? Sorry.
Go on. T's a little bit unwell at the moment. Yeah, so game plan going in. How do you feel like the game plan was actually going in? Did you have a game plan?
You know what? Like, yes, we did have a game plan, which was to kind of position ourselves like knees, legs, legs,
shoulders, knees and toes.
Yeah, something along those lines. But what TJ revealed to us was the reason why we didn't do well is that rope had to be straight. If that rope is not straight, there is no way that you can harness yourself onto those carabinis.
My side.
Carabinis?
Carabiner. What is it called?
Carabiner.
We should know this.
It's a carabiner.
Is that? Oh my god, I'm so clever. No, our side, we had like a plan. It was like, right, certain people are going to swim and get the balls. We'll all go up. We planned what order, who's going up before we even got in the water, and we got everyone carabined in. And we looked over, and they hadn't got like one person. We were like, oh my god, this is awful. At one point, we thought we were going to have to get all you to come over. And we were I
came over.
It was a madness.
I was like, bye-bye to my side. I came over to your side. But unfortunately, we ran out of time. Melly, there's a point where you have to jump onto that platform and we see you scared. Can you tell us what was going through your mind?
Right, so this is the thing. Wait, there we have an intruder.
Thanks.
So, this is the thing, right? So, I got to the top and we had about 20 seconds left. And I was standing on Mariah's shoulders and I didn't feel like very steady on the shoulders. Obviously, I was the last person up. We've been doing it for over 20 minutes now. Everyone's tired. I got to the top and I was like, right, I'm going to jump. And Michelle was like, come on, I'll get you. And I was like, so Michelle, you cannot lift me. Like, Michelle's even said she's not the best at like physical challenges and things. She's better at puzzles and stuff. So I was like,
so she's like, let me catch you.
And I was like, I sort of calculated in my head, okay, we've got like 20 seconds, if that, maybe even 10. There's only £2,000 to gain. Am I going to chance an entire season where I could potentially become injured or die and leave my child motherless to jump? Or shall I just go, no, I'm just going to hold on. But the only thing that as well, like, so on my side, Chauncey fell. Now, when he fell, there was people already in the water like, well, yeah, we know he's going now.
Yeah.
Because anytime you mess up in a challenge.
One mistake and
eyes on you, that's it. It's an easy target. It's like, well, we didn't win this money because of you. So it was nerve-wracking. So when we actually did come down, in my head I was thinking, if this is a girls' day, I look weak, like I was too scared to jump. And don't get me wrong, I was. But if there was more time and I felt more secure, I would have still been able to do it. But ultimately, if you do one thing wrong in a challenge, you're going to go.
Yeah, I mean, also, we saw a clip of Chauncey standing on Huhoi's face. I was like, oh, my man.
And to be fair, he told everybody.
He did tell everyone? Oh.
No, he told everyone.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, well, she was in pain.
Yeah,
she's going to.
Yeah.
It was painful to watch. That was unfortunate.
I mean, on my side, I think we had the wrong order of who should be going 1, 2, 3 up the ladder. I really felt bad for Horacio because he was at the bottom of the ladder and oh my god my man was literally drowning. Like at some point I was behind him lifting up his body just to like help him breathe.
Oh
like
it
was terrible.
Do you know who I actually want to shout out about this challenge is Emmanuel. Oh my god, that guy is like his strength is incredible. Like, so when I was I basically like climbed down the ladder afterwards because I was like, I am not letting go. My hands were bleeding. I was like, I'm not letting go. I wasn't strapped in, and I climbed down, like straddled Emmanuel, and I was like, please hold on to me. And he's like, don't worry, I got you. I was like, and he was holding on to me, and he took my whole weight, so he's like balancing and just held on to me, and I was like, that you're literally saving my life. I've never felt so thankful.
I saw the photo. It was very
we were literally straddling each other face to face, like I was like, in another circumstance this could have been fun.
Oh my lord. Yeah, I mean, I was straddling Kieran for a while.
How was that?
It was as I imagined. Don't. What?
Can I say that?
No. She's shady.
Come on.
No. What about this weekend? No.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving on. I'm gonna get you. Don't worry, your segment is coming. Your segment is coming. I was writing notes.
My segment is not next. I've got notes on my phone as well.
Okay, so we've just spoken about that daily challenge. Your hands were bleeding, weren't they?
Yes. Oh my god. It was so much harder than it looks like. Do you know what annoys me sometimes? People in like real life will go,
I can win the challenge.
Oh, I could easily do that. Like, how do I get on it? I could win it. You do not understand how hard it is. Like, so with everyone climbing up and strapping themselves in, that is hard enough as it is. And then climbing up people isn't as easy as it looks, because if one person doesn't keep their shoulders like strong and they're weak, you fall because you've got nothing to balance on and you're holding on. So when I got to the top and I had to lift up off Mariah, I am just holding on for dear life. Like, I've got I'm not strapped in, and if I fall, I'm going to be taking people's heads off on the way down. It's really scary, and it could take you out the entire game if you get injured or if you fall wrong.
Absolutely. And also, I think sometimes what you can't appreciate as viewers at home, that ladder was really high up.
Oh my god.
It was so high up. Like, you cannot tell. I mean, I don't know how many feet it was, but it was actually terrifying. So for the people...
It was uneven as well. So obviously both people are pulling on both sides. It's going absolutely everywhere. And it's just a loose rope. It's not like it's like a pole that you're climbing. It's a rope, so it's flimsy.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous.
Okay, so obviously after the daily challenge, we have the club.
Oh, I know what's coming now. Oh my god.
Because we can add that to like outtakes in later future after my... Okay, sorry about that interlude, everybody. After the daily challenge, we have the nightclub.
I know what's coming now.
Melly, talk us through that night for you, because as a viewer, I was watching that back and I felt really bad for you, because
I felt really bad for me too.
Firstly, because I was reading, so I was watching an Instagram video and somebody came up with a good point. Like, why Kylan kind of like told you about his autism in the club, and you know, how did you feel? Because I feel bad, because he was just like, Melly, I've told you before, but I kind of felt like he was gaslighting you in that moment, because for me personally, I know you. If you know somebody has autism, you're never going to be like crying and be like, why won't you kiss me? Or, you know, all of these things, putting pressures for them to do something in a social setting that could potentially make them feel uncomfortable.
So the hard thing about that whole scene, and what people will probably understand more as why I was like, why won't you kiss me, is because was that? So before the club kiss, Kylan and I had already kissed. So and we become like really close, and you didn't really see that in episode 1. So when it comes to like the public kiss on stage, that's why I was like, okay, then kiss me. And it's like the fact that he wouldn't, I was like, what is going on?
You felt like he was hiding you or something, right? Or
I don't know how I felt. I was just confused. I was just like, this is so weird. At first I thought he was like, oh, no, no, no. And then like you do. And then I was like, I need to just leave this situation. Like, it got really upset me because it was like embarrassing. And it's not like, oh, you know, tons of guys, I know I said, tons of guys love to kiss me, blah, blah, blah. It's not even the case of that. It's the case of you've been building like a close relationship with me. We've been close, we've been like cuddling, getting to know each other and stuff. He had not told me that he had autism at any point because we hadn't been there that long.
And you would have told me as well.
So then for me, I did get upset, and then for him to tell me, well, you know, I didn't like the way he said, you know, well, I've told you I've got autism. Maybe he just thought that he had.
Yeah, maybe he just.
But I was just like really put on the spot, and I think I even stuttered. I was like, what?
No.
I only know a certain amount. I don't know loads about autism. I don't know much.
You have taken your time to do research.
Like after that happened, we had conversations about like how he feels and how he is in public, like displaying affection and things like that. So it was like, it was, I don't know the word I'd use. It was
an experience, you know. But ultimately, at the end of the night, you guys managed to, you know, talk it through and seemed like it ended pretty well.
Yeah, well, do you know what? I did really appreciate that. Like, he did, like, the big, you know, come on stage and let's kiss now. I mean, the whole thing, realistically, like, we're acting like we're all 16. It's like, oh, kiss, 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 kiss.
Why won't you kiss me?
Me spit my dummy out.
Everyone wants to kiss me.
Me spitting my dummy out because he wouldn't kiss me, or pacify, as Americans call it. Yeah, it was an experience, but, you know, it did end well. I appreciate that. Like, he went out and kissed me on stage eventually. And
he did.
That
was such a cute thing, wasn't it?
In bed in the night time as well.
How were the cuddles?
Oh, he's an amazing cuddler.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, Kylan, for putting you on the hotspot here. You were saying that you wanted to relax, and then there's a timestamp of like 3 a.m. or something, and Kylan is still talking game. I mean, what's that about?
One thing I've learned with Kylan is you can ask him one question and he'll take like 15 minutes with an answer. And he'll explain the answer for 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes stuff, and you're like, oh God, okay. He goes into such detail, but you know, I think because he was like a fan of the show, as he said beforehand.
He was a massive fan of the show.
Which is cute because he just watched me on TV, so like he knew.
He
knew what he wanted when he came in.
Yeah, he was like, that one.
Yeah, he was like a fan of the show, and he studied it and things like that. So I think even of a night time, he's like, his brain's probably ticking over. When I'm like, it's time to relax, his probably time to think out loud. And whereas I'm using him as like a security blanket, he's probably using me as like a whiteboard just to express what's going on in his head, because he is really brainy. He's probably got a lot going on in his head. So he's like just telling me, what about this and what about this? And I'm just like, I'm tired. Go to sleep.
That was a really good way to explain it. Like, you are his whiteboard, and where he just bounces his ideas and schemes off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough grilling for you. But wait, I think the viewers might want to know, like, you know, I want to know. Where are you and Kylan today? Or was that too much of a spoiler? Or can we say?
To be continued.
To be continued. Okay. Okay, let's go into the segment of the show which I love the most. Sound or...
I forgot what it is. What is it?
Scummy.
Sound or scummy. I was going to say shady. Sound or shady. Do you think sound or shady sounds better?
Okay. Alrighty. Speaking of shady, who do you think was the most shady person this episode?
I think every viewer and every challenge contender will agree that Raven was the most shady this episode. She went against her alliance. She told the guy that was flirting with her all of the deepest, darkest secrets and the plans of everyone. And ultimately, even if it was just undying loyalty for Chauncey, she told Kieran Chauncey's whole plan. Realistically, the guys.
Okay.
If Raven said to Kieran, you know, if you say Chauncey's name, he's going to call a guy from the UK down. If I was Kieran, I would have thought, okay, well, I need to make sure that we say Huey. Which I don't want that to happen. I'm not saying that at all. But if I got everyone to vote for Huey, then I could build the numbers up against Huey, knowing that he wouldn't call the UK guy down, and that would be how you save yourself. So Raven, okay, it might be loyalty to Chauncey by telling Kieran about everything that Chauncey's planning. Could have really put Chauncey's game in jeopardy as well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, that's a really good perspective. For me, I think the most shady was Jay, okay, because I just feel like he was kind of sticking his fingers in many pots, kind of trying to manipulate
Jay was on
people.
one. This was like the Jay show, wasn't it?
He was on one, like just trying to convince people left, right, and centre to go down and to put themselves into elimination.
You know, if you put yourself in that situation, you got control.
You got control. You go
put
down.
yourself
Go
in
down.
that situation. You go down.
Go down, Jay. You take control.
Do you think anyone would be silly enough to put themselves into elimination?
I mean, Huey almost did. It sounded like Huey was actually contemplating it. Oh my god, I had to talk him out of that one. I was just like,
He was contemplating
it. And he was just like, but I've been talking to the guys. They've been giving me some advice. It's like, which guys?
Yeah. What's the next question? Okay, so the best player of this episode.
Okay, so I can only comment on people on my side of the rope. Yeah.
Okay. It's a fair game, I think.
Yeah, because I didn't really see what was going on on your side of the rope. I think Horacio did really well because he took the job of team captain on my side, organising everyone, and when it didn't go down well, he wanted to take the fall. Yeah. And I respect that.
Joe, I think did amazing on my side. Mariah.
Did she?
Well, she was at the top of the rope, so she had to climb up to the top, which is difficult in itself, and then she had to pull herself up and hook herself onto the rope, and then she took the heat of everybody climbing up on top of her as well. So, probably Mariah on my side. Or Emmanuel for Save My Life.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
I think my entire side of the rope deserved the best player.
Okay, whatever.
We did amazing.
Yeah. So did my side.
No, yours did not.
We did not do good. Okay.
It was awful. We were watching like, what the?
Okay, let's moving on. What was the most...
What was this one? Oh, wait there.
Most embarrassing scene.
Being absolutely rejected on stage for a kiss, like I was a 16-year-old girl sitting there like, kiss me.
I was the same out watching you crying, like at the time.
Watching me cry because I can't kiss.
Because you never cry, and so like at the time, obviously I'm seeing my best friend crying. I'm fuming at the time, but like looking back on it, I'm like, wow, really dramatic.
Just a little bit dramatic.
Just a little bit dramatic. I was like to cry. I was like, why won't you kiss my best friend? Why?
I was sitting there at the end. I'm like, he wouldn't kiss me. I think alcohol may have a little bit to do with that as well.
But
just
honey,
a little tiny
you
bit.
cry pretty, and you know what? I have not been there, but I'm sure some people have.
Who do I think I am as well? Everybody out there would love to kiss me. God, look at spin the bottle. I kiss everybody. God, let's just forget that ever happened, hey?
What was your favourite and least favourite moment from the episode?
The least favourite was the safest thing. No, actually, I tell a lie. That was the most embarrassing. My least favourite was seeing me not get onto the platform because I was really disappointed in myself after that.
No, that was my least favourite moment as well, because you put like your life and soul into the daily challenges and you really push yourself. I mean, we all do, but I know how much you beat yourself up when you feel like you haven't done well.
Not only that as well, even just climbing to the very top of that rope is not easy. Like, it's not easy at all. And I think getting stuck rather than jumping was probably worse as well, because my hands were just bleeding, waiting to be put down. I was like, somebody help me.
Okay, so the last question I have is who gave the worst speech? Was it Jessica's speech in episode 1 or was it Chauncey's speech in episode 2?
Honestly,
What
that's
is
close? Like, that's the thing with eliminations. People dig themselves a grave. Like, when your name's getting thrown around, you better be quiet unless you've got something bloody good to say.
Be like that.
Like, Jessica's speech was like, I don't know why you threw me in because I didn't even want to win anyway.
I don't want the money. I'm going to give it to charity.
And
It's
then
like...
Chauncey was like, who have I fucked over? And everyone was like, me.
Like,
there's a clip of me and you were just sitting like, oh my god, it was cringy to watch, but it's hard not to dig yourself a hole. Oh, Huey's speech was great though.
He did well.
When Huey first started talking, I thought to myself, oh god, no, Huey, shut up. You're gonna be someone take that shovel off him. But no, it was like at the end everyone was like, oh, well done. So overall, what is your opinion of episode 2?
Do you know what? I think it was interesting. It's really political. This season is something I want to sink my teeth in because it's heavily political. As you can see, a lot of things were happening behind closed doors. A lot of things that I preempted. So I'm like, I was right.
Were you right though, or do you think you were right?
No, because like the Colleen thing, I knew.
Well, I knew that too.
Oh, you should have told me at the time.
I did tell you repeatedly, but you wouldn't listen to me. I wonder why.
Okay, so
we will find out why. Oh, don't even get me started on this. We'll find out. I knew that one, but Jay. No, I knew Jay was obviously like, he had alliances and that, but I didn't realise how sneakily he was playing the game. But he was playing the game really well, I think.
Sneaky.
Why don't we do the same thing? By the way, can I also just cover? T's been in my house now for over 2 weeks. I invited her to a party 2 weeks ago.
I'm still here. This happened last time.
I want you to move in with me.
But the thing is, I feel like I genuinely have. Like, I half live here. This is my,
I went out today
home.
and I was out for the whole day and I came home. She's like, I've cleaned up, I've done your dressing room, I've done this, I've hooved the stairs in London, here's a cup of tea. Missed you, darling, give me a hug. I was like, are we in a relationship?
It's
I
starting to
actually
feel
seen
like it.
a TikTok yesterday and it was when you've been single for that long that you and your friend are like,
marriage. No, I love being here and Vienna is so cute.
oh, well, I love you being here because Vienna like leaves me alone. So Vienna sleeps in bed with me every night time. When T's here, she's like, I want tea. And then we've all
and
been
I want to
sleeping in
sleep
bed
with
together.
Melissa.
Yeah.
So this is a 4-bedroom house and we're all in Melissa's bed. Me, Melissa, Vienna and the cat.
And the cat that eats everything. Like, he is so greedy. I actually found out the cat has like 4 homes this week when he's been getting fed. He's so heavy you can't even pick him up. What I love about you being here as well, like, it's so cute because Vienna woke up this morning and you gone, and she was like, Mummy, where's tea? And then she stayed in my parents' house one night, and when we went to pick her up, she's like, tea! She was so excited to see her.
So cute. 'Cause I absolutely love her so much, and like just so nice being here. Like,
yeah, we love having you here. We don't want you to leave.
And it's so nice watching the episodes with you as well.
Yeah, it's more enjoyable to watch it with a friend because obviously we're in the UK and a lot of other people meet up and they have like viewing parties.
And it's a normal
like
hour for people in the US.
It's like 1 a.m. in
So
England.
like we are like 2 or 3 glasses of wine in, you know.
Bottles.
And it's just like no one wants to be alone in that moment. So yeah.
But we will be going live after the episode tomorrow night.
Yes.
So make sure you tune in.
Yes, we'll be going live 2 episodes, so we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we've got. Just
calm down.
Just nearly spat my dummy out again. 2 episodes.
Yes.
They are going to be interesting episodes. That's going to be a long night for us.
Very long night.
Very long. We're going to get to bed at like 6 a.m. Oh no.
I'm so nervous of that. Anything? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know what happens next episode with me.
Oh Lord.
Melissa Vendettas comes back.
It's the first time I've seen Melissa Vendettas.
Oh, we can't even talk about that.
I cannot wait to talk about that.
I've got a lot to say about that too, but let's see what they play on the show, and then anything they don't play, I'll fill you in on all the gossip.
Is there anything else we want to tell people just from our personal lives? Oh, I've started OnlyFans.
Oh my god, yes, Tia's joined the club. She's on OnlyFans.
And I'm having so much fun on that. It's something I've been thinking about for a couple of years, actually. Yeah. And I don't know, I think I don't know why I didn't do it beforehand.
You should have, because she's really enjoying it. Like, I wake up at like 3 a.m. and she's still sitting on the laptop doing all the messages. I mean, I do my messages until about 1, 2 a.m. and depending if I can't sleep longer, but she's on hers all night long. Chatty. So make sure you sign up and sign up to mine too.
Absolutely.
We have to do a shoot together.
Yes, we do. Did you order the things that we said we were going to use?
Yes. Oh, that should have came today. Let me see where it is.
That's so exciting. You guys will want to watch and see our shoot. It's
Amazon.
Not going to be what you expect it to be, but yeah, it's going to be very fun.
Your orders arriving tomorrow by 10 p.m.
10 p.m? That's okay.
It'll come in the morning, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Amazon's really reliable.
Yeah, very reliable.
Amazon literally comes to my house like every single day.
Yeah, every day something's been delivered.
Yeah, so thank you for watching episode 2 of
Fresh Cotton Pads.
We are excited to watch episode 3 tomorrow night and episode 4. So the podcast for that is going to be very long. We are going to have to record that. Or we'll record that Thursday to next week's episode. That might be an issue because I've got some travelling to do.
She is travelling. Where are you going? Who are you seeing?
For me to know and you to find out.
In our next podcast.
Yeah.
Then they have to watch the next one.
It's not who you'd expect.
It's not who you'd expect.
Oh my god. Bye.
Bye everyone.
I'm the queen.
I'm the queen.
I get the last word.
No, wait.
I get the last word.